All right. What the hell happened with Isiah Stewart and Drew Eubanks last night?
We're still finding out, but it sounds like they went chest to chest in the tunnel before the
before the game even started.
2 hours before Pistons Suns started. And I don't know of any existing beef between old beef stew Isiah Stewart and Drew Eubanks, but they went chest to chest, and it sounds like the sucker punch was so real that cops have been involved, and Isiah Stewart has been arrested and charged with assault.
That's assault, brother.
And look, you throw a punch out on the court or in practice, and I hate to tell people this, fights happen in practice a lot more than you know about. I'm talking real fights. But there is, and people get all worked up about this, and you know this, Dusty, from being in locker rooms, there's a code to this stuff. If you sucker somebody, there's ramifications, which Draymond Green dealt with behind the scenes.
Yep.
And if you do it in a place that's not sacred, which it's kind of insane to say that in front of 20,000 people, it's okay, but in the tunnel, it's not. But that's kind of how it works. Like if it's in the flow of the game and heat of the moment, there's stuff there. If it's in a practice, there's stuff there. If it's behind closed doors, it's handled a different way. But in like an open space like that, that's like an actual fight.
And this is the thing that I'm having a tough time wrapping my head around, because maybe I just don't know Isiah Stewart well enough. But there was a lot last night going, boy, this ain't surprising at all.
Oh, no. Remember, this is the guy that had to be held back from killing Russell Westbrook. Remember when Westbrook with the Lakers, that's where we got the Russell Westbrook putting his dukes up like the Notre Dame mascot?
I forget that was Isiah Stewart.
Yeah, and actually it was Rip City Remix head coach Jim Moran who was holding Beef Stew back. So
he is like that.
He's a lunatic. No, and there's guys, everybody talks about, nobody in the NBA fights. Oh, no, there are guys that do. Isiah Stewart is on that list.
But what the hell did Drew Eubanks do?
That's what I don't know.
That's the other part, is that I didn't know that part about Isiah Stewart.
Drew's a red ass, and he will instigate, but I'm having trouble figuring out what led to this instigation, because something
Shack of Troutdale.
Did he see him walk in the cargo bay and make fun of his fit?
What could have possibly happened?
Isiah Stewart wasn't active. He was catching back up with the team after being off the roster from being injured. And the insane thing is, that guy must hate playing in Detroit.
He's just like, you know what? YOLO. I'm just going to throw a punch and not play.
I'm still trying. I've asked around about kind of what happened. Everybody's kind of throwing their hands up because it's such an insane thing.
It is very weird that we have a guy arrested because, these things happen. The timing and the place of all of these things, it does matter. And that's why you don't see charges being filed really ever when you have an on-court argument, altercation that gets physical, or in a practice facility. You usually don't see it. This must have just been so far out of bounds that you see something like this. And what the fine will be by the NBA, what the punishment for Isiah Stewart from the NBA will be, I cringe to think, because think of what they've done to Draymond Green twice, and he was not arrested 3 times.
Yeah.
And he was not arrested in any of those 3 situations. And then does this lead us to believe that Drew Eubanks gave the green light, I want to press charges because of what he did?
And then this thing is, number one, he has to give the green light for charges to be pressed, because police, unless they are present and they see an assault happen themselves, they cannot be the ones, because it's up to you whether or not you want to press charges.
It's crazy.
Well, Steve, if this was in the tunnel, though, too, before the game, then there's the chance that,
police were there.
They could have been present, certainly.
Hey, man, you can't do that. Wow.
But somebody is pushing for charges here. That's just kind of my point. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, no, okay, guys, we're good here. And that's what leads me to believe this must have been one hell of a sucker.
Wow.
So, but Drew played in the game last night, so.
So he can take a punch.
Yeah.
Didn't look like he was battered up or anything either.
Yeah, no, this wasn't Bobby Portis and Mirotic
breaking his orbital bone,
collapsing his face.
Yeah, it's not
putting
good.
him in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Good Lord.
Yeah, Bobby can throw a punch.
All right, well, Isiah Stewart, he gets a sucker punch to Drew Eubanks and arrested all in the same night.
I'm really interested to see what comes out of this. Genuinely. how the league handles this, because this is a new one.
I can't remember. Like we know the Malice in the Palace.
Malice in the Palace, they talked about pressing charges, but they didn't.
Think of that.
Yeah.
Like nobody was dragged out of that place in cuffs.
To be fair,
Isiah Stewart was 2024.
Now, Ron hit the wrong guy first, which that's where the charges should have come from. But the guy that went charging Jermaine O'Neal, buddy, you play Darwin games.
Yeah, that's
that's on you.
Yeah,
running at the 7-foot monster.
Yeah,
and
he got
nope,
out and found out.
That dude had the look on his face of, hey, he's not that. He is that big.
Yeah.
I don't want.
Jermaine O'Neal doesn't slip. Charges are probably filed because that man's dead.
His head gone.
Yeah, just punches his head off. Steven Jackson got the beer thrown on him, so everybody's like, well, he had that coming. Not Steven Jackson, the fan. Which, yeah, you throw up. Look, man, I don't care where you're at. You throw a beer on somebody, whether it's real life at a sporting event. You got
it's on site.
Yeah,
it's on site. You don't throw a beer on somebody.
You have elected for that butt whooping.
You about to find out.
Yes, 100%.
That's right, baby Billy.
If I'm the judge, well, judge, he was talking a whole lot of S. Then I threw a beer at him. Oh, you threw a beer in his face? Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, you had
Case dismissed.
yeah,
Clack.
You had that coming.
Call that the mutual combat.
Yeah, that's grounds. I think that's grounds for a butt whooping.
It is grounds for a butt whooping.
Yeah.
I think we're all here for it. So we're still waiting on the details of what happened, but it does appear that. I mean, in any
I need
situation,
the video leak. I need the video. Send a video. Send a video. Send a video.
different video.
Come on, somebody's got to have it.
Different video. Yeah, you can just when you type in Isiah Stewart, video starts coming out. Like it fills in that search.
Oh, everybody's looking for it. Well, the Draymond one getting leaked out is like it set the precedent for like. And well,
there's cameras everywhere.
Everywhere in those buildings.
Everywhere's. There are. And it's only a matter of time. I can't wait to see it. We need to find out what exactly happened, because I think we all look at Drew Eubanks. We're like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Look, Drew's an instigator, but not.
Like,
what if Drew Eubanks was the one in the wrong?
What if he went like full Kevin Garnett and said his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios?
That would be worthy of getting punched.
I've not heard that one.
Oh no, Kevin Garnett said that to Carmelo Anthony. Yeah. And again, if I'm the judge in that situation, you said what to that man? Case dismissed.
Yeah. Yikes.
Kind of interested in Lala now. I wonder where that came from. I mean, that's a very specific cereal choice.
Yeah.
Well, at least he didn't say Captain Crunch.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
It tears up the roof of my mouth.
Come on. And there's the bridge too far. And there's the bridge too far.
Teed it up.
And there we go. All right.
Save that one.
I will. We have a new low bar.